Greetings and welcome to My Insurance Matters, a 5-minute weekly broadcast designed to help individuals and businesses address risk and manage their insurance costs and coverage. My name is John Shega, and I am your host and the owner of Aspire Insurance Agency. Once a month, I volunteer a day to answer phones at the Minnesota Insurance Helpline. Without question, the majority of calls I receive have to do with health insurance. For that reason, the next 2 segments of My Insurance Matters will deal with health insurance. To assist me, I've asked Dave LaClaire from Swenson Anderson Financial Services to join me. Before we begin, listeners can send their questions by simply clicking on www.myinsurancematters.biz. Dave, welcome to the show.
Thanks, John. It's a pleasure to be here.
Dave, health insurance is a critical issue for everyone. Without it, one could jeopardize their financial future almost immediately. Yet many people say they can either not secure coverage or afford the premiums. What are your thoughts in that regard?
Well, it can be expensive, but both the federal government and the insurance companies have made some changes to help the overall costs. Regarding availability, coverage can be found for almost any health situation, regardless of a pre-existing injury or disability.
A number of people I know have part-time jobs, not so much for the income, they say, but because it's the only way they can obtain quality and affordable health insurance. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would. I have friends in that situation as well. Here's why. MNCare law accepts all company-sponsored health plans for employers with 2 to 50 employees. These are commonly referred to as group plans. Premiums are based on the health history of the entire group. Additionally, employers are required to pay a minimum of 50% of the single employee premium.
I see. So employer or group-sponsored insurance programs are often a very good option for many people.
That's correct. The coverage and cost to the employee is hard to beat.
Let's talk for a few moments about situations where people lose their jobs. Before we do so, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Let the Smile Center put a smile on your face. Smile Center.
Have you tried the Smile Center yet? Founded in 1990 by Dr. Ed Silker, this growing dental facility is designed to meet your individual needs and schedule. This flexibility includes evening and weekend hours and an in-house denture laboratory. Give them a call today.
Smile Center.
Welcome back to My Insurance Matters. Today our topic is health insurance and our guest is Dave LaClaire from Swenson Anderson Financial Services. Prior to the break, we were talking about employer-sponsored health programs. Let's talk for a moment about situations where people lose their jobs. It seems like layoffs and terminations are events people are dealing with more each day. Isn't this where COBRA applies, Dave?
It is. COBRA is a federal law that applies to all group health plans with 20 or more employees. The law requires employers to offer all employees and their covered dependents the opportunity to continue their health coverage for a period of time due to the occurrence of certain events such as termination of employment. Minnesota continuation laws are similar to many of the COBRA provisions, but apply to all group health plans regardless of the number of employees. Many of us use the term COBRA when referring to either law. Under either law, a terminated employee must pay the entire cost of the insurance during that period.
So employers must offer COBRA under certain circumstances, but employees aren't required to accept it?
Exactly.
And if the ex-employee accepts COBRA, they can terminate the coverage at any time prior to the end of the 18-month period?
That's correct.
So what suggestions might you offer for people faced with layoffs or COBRA situations?
Well, we know being laid off or terminated can be a very stressful and confusing time. For those reasons alone, COBRA may be worth serious consideration as a temporary fix until they can secure other arrangements. Then, until they secure other employment with benefits, I would suggest that they apply for an individual or family health plan. If accepted, they can compare the costs and coverage to that provided under COBRA and make a decision that best meets their needs. Today, there are some very nice plans available for families and individuals.
Well, that's encouraging news. Well, I see our time is almost up for this week. Next week, we'll explore health savings accounts. Before we close, I want to remind people how they can contact us for further information or questions. Simply go to www.myinsurancematters.biz. On behalf of Dave LaClaire from Swenson Anderson Financial Services and our piano player Steve, this is John Shega wishing all of you a safe and healthy week.